Okay, this is a quick tutorial on downloading, installing, and configuring, and then connecting with OpenVPN to establish a VPN tunnel to an OpenVPN server. So I'm at the OpenVPN website. It's openvpn.net, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Community, and I'm going to go to Downloads. And then over here at Downloads, I see that the version 2.2.2 is the latest version, it looks like. And I see that there's a Windows installer right here. So I'm just going to click on this one and save file, and I'm saving it to my downloads folder. Okay, and then I'm going to grab that and paste it on my desktop, and then I'm going to continue the video. Okay, I went to my downloads folder and copied it and pasted the installer on my desktop. Let's go see it. Alright, there it is right there, 2.2.2 install.exe. I'm going to run this, and I'm going to run this installer here. Alright, next, I agree, next. I'm just going to accept the defaults and install this program. Alright, I'm installing it. Okay, next and finish. There's a README file. I'm not going to use that right now. Alright, so the program's been installed, and what I'm going to do is let's go take a look at it. Alright, so I'm going to slide this over here and go to our programs folder, and you'll see there it is, OpenVPN, and you can see here that I can launch the program here, and then here, this is important, these shortcuts. And the first shortcut in the shortcuts folder is the OpenVPN configuration file directory. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to need this for placing my configuration files. And there's a README text in here. That should be pretty helpful. We just put this right here for now. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to launch the program. Okay, so let's see here. Programs. OpenVPN, just click right here, and when you launch the program, what's going to happen is, we'll scroll back over here, you'll see it in your system tray. So there it is, it's this little icon right here, or right here, there it is, OpenVPN. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to right click on it and then go to one of your setup configurations for setting up a VPN tunnel to connect, right? And so your different tunnel connections that have been configured will show up right here. Right, so let's configure one right now. Well, I've been given the files necessary to do that. Now, once again, this is my config folder. I'm in the program files folder, in the OpenVPN folder, in the folder called config. And this is where I need to put my configuration files. So what I'm going to do is, I've got on my desktop those files that I need already downloaded. Alright, I'm going to extract that folder here. Alright. There it is. Alright, there's that. And inside of that folder, I've got, let's see here. Let's just move this one over here and this one over here. I've got two files. I've got a config file that says config.conf, and I've got my certificate. So I'm going to copy the certificate over, copy, right-click, paste, right? And then this config file, I'm going to copy that over, copy, and paste. And OpenVPN in Windows likes the configuration file. I'm just going to leave this name config. Notice this name, config, right? It doesn't really say where I'm VPNing to, but it's already been created. I'm going to change it to OVPN. All right, that is the file extension that OpenVPN wants in Windows, is .ov. It's just a text file is really all it is, though, with the OVPN file extension. Now you notice I have my file extension showing here, So what that means is if I go to organize here and folder and search options, I'll just slide that over so you can see it. Organize, folder and search options, view. I like to have hide extensions to known file types unchecked so that I can see my file extensions, right? So now that that's there, what I can do is I can go down in here and go into my OpenVPN connection. When I right click on it, let's see here, connect. It says connect. Let's see here, and there's the connection. It's the only connection that I have there, right? And if I put in my username and password, I'll do it off screen. You can see here that, all right, that it's been initiated, the connection has been initiated, and I now have a successful connection. And you can see the IP address that I've been given, and I'm good to go. Okay, and then so when you have an active connection, you're given, once you've successfully VPN'd into your network and you have a successful connection, you're given an IP address on that network, on the remote network. So you can see here that I've been given one there too. Now when you want to disconnect from your VPN connection, you just right click and say disconnect, right? And that's it. Okay, and before I leave the tutorial, I wanted to talk a little bit about the configuration folder in OpenVPN. You can see here that I pasted in the, I mentioned that I pasted in the certificate, right? And you're going to need, this is the certificate from your server, right? So this is the server certificate that you need to have to help facilitate the connection, right? And the certificate involves a public and a private key, basically, and this is just the key that's going to help me access and get into that connection, right? The certificate. So then this file is the config file, and I opened it up in Notepad. So I right-clicked on it and opened it in Notepad so that you could take a look at it, right? And so here it is. And the config file is actually pretty simple. At least this one is. It's been kind of stripped of all of the samples file stuff and all the comments and all of the unnecessary stuff. So you can see it's in client mode, device, tap interface, I guess, protocol UDP, and then remote. This is where the IP address would go and the port number, right? So that you're connecting on. So you'd put like whatever it is, 30.44.55.66, whatever the IP address is of the host that you're connecting to, and then the port number, right? 1140 or something like that, right? Whatever the, and this could be, and this depends on the server that's set up, right? Who you're connecting to and what port you're going to connect on, right? And then these settings are also just typical settings. Resolve retry. This will retry to connection over and over again. Persistent key. Persistent, I think, connection here, and then here is the name of the certificate. Notice, right? And then and I don't even have all of explanation for all of these settings, but I just wanted to mention it and show it to you before I quit the tutorial. So, and this is the IP address, most importantly, that you're going to be connecting on. And you could just probably copy and paste the rest of this and you'd be good to go. Also, you have to have the certificate. This is the name of the certificate that is in the configuration folder, right? So you see here, it matches. All right, and that's it.